Welcome back students in online class, and today we are going to study about the next gland of the human body, and that is the pineal gland. Pineal gland is situated, it is located in forebrain. Located in forebrain, and the hormone that it secretes is the melatonin. The name of hormone that is secreted by pineal gland is melatonin. Only one hormone it secretes. And what are the function of this hormone? Then let's come to the function. This hormone function as the diurnal function, means it regulates the 24-hour cycle of the human body. Regulates 24 hours, means sleep and wake cycle. When we have to sleep and when we have to wake, sleep and wake cycle, that is called. It is regulated by the melatonin hormone. This is the main function of melatonin. Secondary function of melatonin is the regulating metabolism. Regulating metabolism. In females, it also helps in regulating the menstrual cycle. Besides this also help in the defense capability, regulating the defense capability of the body. And one more important function that is performed by the pineal gland is the pigmentation of the skin. That is, the skin pigmentation is also regulated by skin pigmentation. Perhaps you see in the ads of different creams where they show the controlling the pigmentation by controlling the melatonin. So this is the function of pineal gland. Our next gland let's study is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland. Dear student, this thyroid gland is located where? Located at the ventral side. Located at ventral side of trachea. Ventral side of trachea. This gland is located. It is a bilobed gland. It is a bilobed, two lobe. It is having bilobed gland. And you also have to know that it is the largest endocrine gland in human body. Largest endocrine gland. And it weighs, the weight is approx 25 grams. Approx 25 grams, somewhat less weight in female and more in male. That is made. Is the average, it is about 25 grams. This hormone, this gland is bilobed. If you see the diagram, then the bilobed gland like this, and it is attached to a structure that is called the isthmus. This structure through which these lobes are attached to each other is isthmus, and these are the two lobes of the gland. If you see the diagram somewhat in detail, then this outer covering of the lobe is made up of fibrous tissue that is called the capsule. And inside the capsule there are the collection group of different cells Just I am drawing here one or two. So these are the cells which are grouped in the inside the gland, internal structure, and this gland is the secretory in nature. This secretes the hormone, as you are knowing. The thyroid gland secretes two kinds of hormones. That is one is the thyroxine and second is the calcitonin. So these are secreted by these cells. These cells are secretory in nature. So these cells are called the echinal cells. Echinal cells. And meanwhile, echinal cells, there is a group of some other cells also found distributed in the gland, and these group of cells are called parafollicular cells, and they all are connected to each other by connective tissue. They are connected together by connective tissue. So these are the connective tissue which help in connection, attachment of these gland cells, and these are the parafollicular cells. So this echinal cells secrete the thyroxine hormone, and this parafollicular cells secrete the calcitonin hormone. Now the thyroxine hormone which is secreted by echinal cells are in two parts. Thyroxine, that is one is the called T3, that is thyroxine, and second is the T4, that is the tetraiodothyroxine. This is secreted. This triiodothyroxine make 10% of the thyroxine. This make 10% of thyroxine, and rest of the proportion, that is 90%, is made by the tetraiodothyroxine. And this thyroxine hormone is amine hormone. It is a kind of amine hormone that has the amino group, and you people are knowing the amino group are present in the amino acid, and the amino acid, that is triosine combined with iodine, and this makes the thyroxine. Now on the basis of the atoms attached to the tyrosine, that is if the 3 atoms of iodine are attached to the tyrosine, then triosine, that it is the T3, and if the 4 atoms are attached, then it is T4. Okay? Now let's see some functions, what functions these thyroxine perform in the human body. And then we will study what will be the effect of the hypo and hyper secretion. So this thyroxine hormone help in maintaining BMR. BMR stands for basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate. It maintains the BMR. It maintains the body temperature. This maintains the heartbeat rate. rate. This maintains the body growth. Growth means body growth, mental growth and social growth. All kind of body means physical, you can say physical growth, physical, mental and sexual growth. Sexual growth. This maintains. Another function is it helps in metabolism of protein and fats. It also helps in regulation of iron salt balance, that is the regulate the balance of calcium and also maintain the electrolyte balance in the body. Somewhat it also helps in maintaining the menstrual cycle. Cell differentiation is also regulated and maintained by the thyroxine hormone. Cell differentiation, you are knowing, you studied in your previous classes, the qualitative change occur in the cell is the cell differentiation, and perhaps you remember that the tadpole after metamorphosis changes into adult frog. So what happened in tadpole? How it changes into adult frog? By metamorphosis. And what happened in the metamorphosis? The cell differentiated in order to perform the different functions in the same body. And for all these functions, there is the necessity of the thyroxine hormone that should be secreted in sufficient amount. And you people also seen here that thyroxine is made by the tyrosine and plus iodine. So it is necessary the presence of iodine. And so perhaps you face the question like this, that what will happen if the thyroid gland will be removed from the frog, or what will happen if the frog is breeding or tadpole is living in the iodine deficient water. So simple answer is that metamorphosis will not take place and it will not converted into adult frog. Okay. So these are the different functions of the thyroid. Now what will happen when the amount concentration of thyroxine is hypo or hyper? So as let's study about the hyposecretion. What will happen when the iodine is not secreted in sufficient amount? So first thing, decrease BMR, decrease body temperature, decrease heartbeat rate, disorder in the skin also. So if we talk about some disorders by terms, then one of them is come as the cretinism. What happened? During the embryonic stage of development of the fetus in the mother womb, when the thyroxine is not secreted properly by the mother's body, then what will happen? Retarded growth. Which growth? Physical growth. Retarded physical growth. Retarded mental growth. Mental growth retarded. Then what will happen? The fetus that will born will have the low IQ. Intelligence quotient is less. Besides this, there is the disorders in skin also. Besides this, some other effects are also happened. Less secretion of hyposecretion of iodine, and that can be called as the pigeon chest. What happened in pigeon chest? The sternum that you studied just in previous chapter, locomotion. So sternum is a flat, straight bone in the rib, that is front part of the rib. That sternum turns the curve, and this the chest come out in a curve-like manner like the pigeon, and so it is called the pigeon chest, and that is because of the hyposecretion of this thyroxine hormone. Besides this, myxedema is another disorder that happens because of hyposecretion of thyroxine, and this happens in adult stage. During adult stage, when the insufficient secretion is there of thyroxine, what will happen? The swollen face, hands, etc. Swollen face and hands. Some other disorders like the goiter, epidemic goiter, that is simple goiter we call, and this is the swollen neck. What happened? Size and number of echinal cells increases. Size and number of echinal cells increases. And this increases up to 15 times. The size can be increased up to 15 times. Hashimoto is also a disorder due to hyposecretion of this hormone. What happened in Hashimoto? This is an autoimmune disorder. What happened when the secretion is too less? Then our immune system feels that the unnecessity of this thyroxine gland, and they destroy the whole thyroxine gland, and that condition is called Hashimoto. And this happens because of hyposecretion, less secretion of thyroxine hormone. Okay. Now, what will happen if the secretion is more hypersecretion? Then what will happen? So in hypersecretion, let's see what happens when the thyroxine is secreted in more than the requirement. So one is the BMR will increase. Second, body temperature will increase. Heartbeat will increase. And there is another kind of goiter that is called exophthalmic goiter. What happens in exophthalmic goiter? Eyes bulges out. And neck region swollen 2 to 3 times. In this goiter, the neck region swollen up to 15 times, while in exophthalmic goiter, the neck region will swell 2 to 3 times. And here the eyes bulges. This is important difference between the exophthalmic goiter. And beside this, because of hypersecretion, these all things are also happening. That is, BMR will increase, body temperature will increase, heartbeat will increase, metabolism will increase, and these all will not happen in goiter because all things decreases in simple goiter. So these are the effects of hypo and hypersecretion of thyroxine hormone in the body. Now, another hormone secreted by this thyroid gland is the calcitonin. Second hormone secreted by the body means this thyroid gland is the calcitonin. As you are seeing, the name itself is sufficient to make it understand that it help in regulation and maintaining of calcium ions in the body. It maintain the balance of calcium in blood. Calcium in blood. So it regulates the calcium ion in blood, and that is calcitone. Okay. So these are some effects of the hormones which are secreted by the thyroid gland. In next video we will study about the other glands, whichever will take. Let's pray that we will come offline and meet in the class to discuss many more things related to the chapter and the functioning of the glands. Till then, have a nice day to all of you. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you very much for watching.